Here's our tiny jar of jelly that we'll be making today, and it just has a little piece of cloth on it, and it just looks like a little tiny jar of jelly. So here's how you make it. Very simple. You take one of those little baby syringes that you use to give your kids medicine. It works really well. I have a toothpick sticking in here so it doesn't get dried out. When it's empty, you take off the back end and you use clear liquid nails, and you just squirt it down inside the tube. This is the easiest way, trust me. You just squirt it down, and I only fill it about halfway full. And then on the gel, I'm using red gel food coloring for like cake or icing. And it's the gel one though, not the regular food coloring, which I don't know if it'll work. I haven't tried it, but this is the gel one. I put a tiny dab down like on the paper, and I use a Q-tip, and then I stick the Q-tip down inside the syringe, and I stir it up, and try not to get too many air bubbles in there, but you can because it is for jelly, so it's no big deal. Then when you're done using it, you stick a Q-tip in the end if you have any extra. But what you're going to use for the bottle, what I use for the little bottles, in the jewelry section, they'll have some little bottles that have a little like eye hook here to hang a necklace on, and you don't really want that, and there's a cork in the top, and bottles don't really have corks. Anyway, you can take that out, so you just have your bottle, and then you have your liquid nails that's dyed red, or you could do grape or whatever. You stick it down there and fill it up. And I see I have a large air bubble down here, so I'm gonna mix it up in there. That makes it more realistic. And you just take out that one, throw it away. I put the cork back in and squeeze it down pretty tight, as tight as I can. You can unscrew the little thing too and just throw it away, a little metal piece that's sticking in there. And it's going to squish up a little bit, and that's okay. You could just take a pair of scissors and work on the cork and chop it off. It doesn't have to be pretty because you're going to cover it up. Take a teeny tiny piece of cloth, any color, like probably cotton, because that's what you would use on a real one, with a small pattern, and then a tiny piece of wire. Wrap the wire around it. Anyway, you wrap your wire. You can cut off any excess wire if you have excess, and then you have your mini jar of jelly. That's all there is to it. Use liquid nails.